I am not this type of people that say your husband will respect you because you have money. If you don't have money, your husband will not respect you. It's a lie from the pit of hot hell. I remember the days of me not knowing how to communicate. My husband will do me something now. This one will come back. Talk. I'm like, okay. You don't want me to tell my husband this, but you were telling your husband, you get that kind of thing. So I find myself telling my husband almost everything, like all the trauma, all the thing I have brought in my heart. I now saw a friend him, I was telling him, it is not good. I didn't make research, now, like compared to what I know now, bro. Hey, bruh, don't play, okay? Like what I know now, compared, I'm like, how did I do this? Especially that first, second year, how? Hi. Good afternoon and welcome back to my channel. If you are seeing my face for the first time, hello. Hi, how are you? What is your name? Where are you watching me from? My name is Helen George, and you are most welcome to this channel. Okay, if you're a returning subscriber, you are so sweet. Okay, okay. I've been married for 10 years. This year I'm going to turn 11 years inside this union. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 things I wish, like, not that I could have done better, not that I want to go back and get married again. God forbid. I am happy where I am where I'm supposed to be, okay? But if I'm like, okay, let me just advise my younger self, now let me just advise my daughter or my sister, this is what I am going to tell them, okay? So if you like this kind of video, sit, let's talk. If you don't like it, get out of here, okay? So the first advice, or the first thing I wish I could have done before getting married, or let me put it that way, this I wish I could have done before getting married, yeah. But I did not do them, but I'm fine, okay? Yeah, it is my journey. But let me tell you now so that you don't go and make the same mistake. The first one is, brothers and sisters, everybody is saying this thing, and it is true, okay? Even though, don't worry, we'll get to that. It is, I wish I had a source of income before marriage, okay? Don't get me wrong, I used to have, yeah, I used to work when I got married. I was working. I'm not this type of women that like to marry and depend on their husband for everything. I used to work. But where I was working, they were not paying me too much, they were just paying me little. And my husband was based abroad. My husband is based abroad. Like, my husband was abroad. Wahala. My husband being abroad, then he will now use the sense and convert the money in the currency where he is or where he was. He will be like, "Nne, what I pay you here is rubbish," like, and it is true. You don't want to know how much in the country I am. So to him, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, you're just wasting your time, you're just wasting your fuel. Because I used to ride Okada machine, like, okay, Okada now, motorcycle, I don't know what to call it, keke or Okada. Those days I used to ride Okada or keke those days. So you'll be like, you are just wasting your, like, even this, the salary they were paying me was not even enough for my transport, because I used to use keke going, coming back. You have to eat. When we were about to wed, he asked me to stop that job so that I can concentrate. But I was like, no, me, why will I stop working because of marriage? Yeah. So, but at the point I got pregnant for my first son, and I started seeing reasons to what he was saying, and true, like, it don't make sense, okay? Like, I don't want to say what they were paying me here, but like, it did not come together, coupled with the stress. And they had this revelation that in that place, they said that there is a pregnant woman, again, a pregnant woman died there. So a pregnant woman, like, I was under attack and blah 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 blah. That was how I said, okay, it's time to listen to you. And I quit. I didn't quit because he asked me to quit. I quit because true, it was not the salary, work plus the attack. You guys, whenever I sleep those days, I was not even sleeping. I'll be having attack, and I had to almost stop. And when immediately I stopped working there, I stopped getting that attack. Yeah. So that is it now. Now I just got married, like 3, 4 months, 5 months inside marriage, I quit working. And for a very long time, there was no source of income. But don't get me wrong, I am not this type of people that say your husband will respect you because you have money. If you don't have money, your husband will not respect you. It's a lie from the pit of hot hell, okay? A good man is a good man, whether you have money or you don't have money. So my husband did not ever, like, ever made me feel like I didn't have any source of income. I was good. Like my husband is a great provider. You know that song? He is a great provider, even though Jesus is a great provider. Hey, but my husband is like, like he provides for everything. So there was no time I'm like, and then had this been I had money. Even me, my mother was like, "Nne, are you working? Are you working?" Like I was so comfortable. Okay, I did not ever feel less of myself. He did not ever make me feel less of myself. Yeah, that's why I said a good man is a good man, whether you are working or you're not working. Okay. There's this post that is going viral on Facebook. This man married this lady. This lady funded their wedding, did everything. He was feeding the man, even gave him 30 million to start a business. The man was still beating her inside the marriage. The man was not respecting her. The man was still cheating on her. The man was still, bruh. I didn't experience those nonsense because I was not working. So that is why I say, if you like, marry a slave. If you like, be making 1 million naira, be making 100 million naira. A bad man is a bad man, okay? If you like, don't make shembam. A good man is a good man. So fortunately for me, I married a good man. He did not ever made me feel, hey, what do you bring to the table kind of thing, nap. But then, ladies and gentlemen, along the line inside this marriage, I now started making my own money, okay? And I now like, okay, bruh, I now started seeing what I did not used to see. You get? I was like, okay, this is the best place to be. As a woman, you actually have to be making your own money for making your own money's sake, so that you can just be fulfilled, not because a man will not respect you. That nonsense. I don't believe in that thing. Like I don't believe in it. Okay, a good man is a good man, whether you have money or you don't have money. So that is why you should marry a good man. Focus on marrying a kind man. A kind man will treat you well, whether you have money. They know the right thing to do. But if you go and marry a slave, if you like have millions of, in fact, if you like be feeding them, they will still finish eating your food and beat you on top. So that is why you should go for a kind man, okay? So the only thing I have to say here is, when I started making money, I now saw the difference. Hey, Chineke, now only 1.7 minutes. When I said I have 5 points, 7 minutes, get today 1 point. Hey, Chineke, now. Okay, 7 times 5, 35. Which is, this video is going to be 35 minutes long, okay? But I'm going to try to shorten it, okay? Yeah, so that is it. I only saw the difference when I started making money. Then I was like, okay, this is the best place to be. It has nothing to do with respect as well, respect as well. So the second thing I would advise my younger self, or I wish I did better, or I wish I did before getting married, was finding myself. Yeah. Even though you can still find yourself in marriage, this one is not really a big deal. Because in fact, I found myself inside my marriage, even though I'm still finding myself. I'm still asking myself, okay, so you are this, but are you this? Can't you do this? Can't you be this? You get ahead. So I'm still finding myself in this marriage, but I used to admire these people that used to do well for themselves. They already know who they are. They already know if they are a designer or a makeup artist or a wig artist or a movie director. I used to admire them. So that means they found themselves. Even though sometimes you will find yourself, if you enter bad marriage, you will still lose yourself. So this one is somehow complicated. But I really wish I knew myself. Like I said, okay, I defined myself. I'm like, okay, this is who I am before marriage. But I'm still finding myself. Everybody's still finding themselves. I saw this post. One old woman was telling their children that she wish she would find herself. The daughter was laughing and said, "Mommy, please rest. Let us find ourselves and provide for you." She was like, "I still want to find myself." So I believe a lot of people are struggling with this one in their marriage. But me, I'm still finding myself. But I wish I found myself earlier before marriage. So that's my second point. So the third thing I wish I could tell my younger self before marriage would be not telling my husband everything, okay? Not telling my husband almost everything, not everything, but almost everything. Don't get me wrong. I understand it is not good. It is not good, but where I was coming from, I had a lot of trauma, okay? Jesus. And growing up, I did not have any friend, ladies and gentlemen. I did not have any friend that I could, now you have all these friends, you say, bye. Or maybe if my mother says, okay, where is Chino? So they will find me in Amarachi's house. Call me Chino. So you will run back. You know that intimacy. I did not have that friendship when I was single. So then I married my husband, and I'm like, I found him as a friend. someone that can actually listen to me. So before you know it, I started telling him a lot of things, not deep things, so, but you know, things like, okay, let me give you an example. I had a very strict mother. Like my mother, if you say go kill you today, she must kill you today. And growing up, I was the black sheep of my family. I want to accept that I am the black sheep. You know, this kind of people that when you ask them to sit down, they will say, no, I'm not sitting down. I am that kind of daughter. And my mother was not taking it easy with me. She also sit down and say, no, mommy, I'm not going to sit down. They will beat me, you know, that kind of relationship. Even when I was getting married, she called me and said, it's not everything that you will tell your husband, though. I'm like, but you used to tell your husband everything. I remember everything I did those days. My father would come back. My mother would go and tell my father. Two of them would, you know, is that they scold me or they beat me, you know. I'm like, okay, you don't want me to tell my husband this, but you were telling your husband, you get that kind of thing. So I find myself telling my husband almost everything, like all the trauma, all the things I have brought in my heart. I now saw a friend him, I was telling him, it is not good. Even though my husband is matured enough to handle those things, he's not using it against me or my family. But I wish I didn't tell, okay? So I will tell my younger self not to tell your husband everything that happened in your single life, with your family, blah, 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 blah. Don't do that. It's not good, okay? It's not everybody that will be able to handle it. My husband might know how to handle it. My husband was seeing it as, oh, okay, like, whenever I'm not saying I had the same experience with her, but whenever she's talking about her family, I used to relate so much with Angela. So I used to relate so much. Okay, yeah, she now said my husband now healed me. My husband became my family. So that was how it was. Even though my own was not as bad as her own, but when she's always telling her story, I used to relate to what she was saying. So you get, I now met my husband, and now okay, finally I have a sense of belonging, someone I can talk to, someone I can gist that will not judge me, that you get. So, but it is not good. But if your husband is matured enough to handle it, it is good. I beg. Is it not us I used to go to therapy and test our mind off? If your husband is matured enough to understand these things, go ahead and tell him so that you feel free, okay? So I wish I didn't do that. I will tell my younger self not to do it. But if your husband is matured enough to understand where you are coming from, you could. But I wish I didn't. So the fourth thing I wish I did, or I would tell my younger self to do before marriage, is definitely going to be, I would have documented my wedding. I'm not saying I did not document my wedding. I did, but I would have documented it more. Like now, I don't even know where my wedding video is. Like I don't even have one single video of my wedding. Just 10 years ago, phone was there. But I was just doing my friend Imanuna. These days, we are not documenting more. Those days, you just take a picture. It's immediately. We have my wedding pictures. In fact, some of them are here. Okay, I have my wedding pictures. Don't get me wrong. But I would have documented more. I would have had a special photographer, because I use my brother, you know, this brother and sister in our hair. So I feel like he gave me my video cassette or whatever, or the plate of my hair. But I wish it was in a hard drive. I wish I saved it better. I wish it was on a computer. I feel like I did not document my wedding as much I would have done as I would have done now. Yeah, I would tell my younger self to try as much as you can. In fact, carry on for your head. Okay? Find 3 people to document that wedding day, because it's going to be the best. Are you sleeping, girl? You're sleeping? Oh yeah, let's go. Let me give you before you sleep. I don't want to feel guilty. Sorry guys, I went to give my daughter food. Okay, she was asking me for food. I refused. I said, I'm going to finish this video, because she just ate. And now she saw that I'm making video. She's not crying that she wants to eat. She was not crying that she wants to eat. But I don't get hurt. My chest is very tiny, okay? I saw her sleep. You have to go and give her food. I was telling her that I would give her when I'm done making this video. But my chest is too small, okay? So I've settled her. So let us continue. Where did we stop? So I was saying I would have documented my wedding more, okay? Yeah. That document by now, I'll just put my video for my children to watch, you know, but I do not have that. I don't have it again. That one is gone. Unless pictures. Apart from pictures, there is nothing. In fact, that picture is even because, okay, I have some pictures on Facebook, my Facebook, and I have some printed pictures, but I wish I had the video, documented video of my wedding and my traditional wedding. I wish I did. That is one of the things I would have done if I had the opportunity to go back, but I don't want to go back. Okay, so the fifth and the last point, the last thing I wish I could have done, or I would tell my younger self to do, is I would have researched more about marriage, okay, about this journey. P, you are making noise with that place. I would have researched more about this journey called marriage in our hair. I would have researched more about, like, example, maybe motherhood, maybe food, how to cook, and the bedroom matter, okay, all this SES stuff, okay. Jesus, so my daughter is looking at me because I did not hear anything. So I wish I would have researched more. You know now. See, let me tell you something, okay. I was so naive when I got married. Okay. I'm one of those people that in our streets every day they are doing wedding, every Saturday wedding. I'm like, bruh, Chineke, where me? Like I was not craving marriage. Even though a lot of people were coming to seek my hand, not that I don't know what I want, okay. But I was focusing on, okay, who do I love? Who has the quality I want? I don't want somebody like this. I don't want somebody like that. I didn't make research, you know, now. Like, compared to what I know now, bro. Hey, bro. Don't play, okay? Like, what I know now, I'm like, how did I do this? Especially that first, second year. How? Because no, I don't know how to cook. I used to cook those days, but you know now, all these local things that we used to cook, okay, now more of simple recipes. Unlike now, don't play, okay? When I say don't play, you better don't. Unlike now that I know more, like my kitchen game, don't play. So those days, I did not know how to cook. Let me not lie, I did not know how to cook. I used to cook rubbish, but my husband would see chop and will still be happy. But now, like those days, oh, it was good. Okay, it was all good. I remember one day I cooked vegetable soup. Even me, I'm like, you know, so what did you cook? What is this? But now, compared to what I know now, I'm like, you know, so you've not been doing it right, especially your first year, your second year, you did not do that. I'm not one of those people that I don't know. I did not have sex with. Not that I was a virgin. I was not a virgin. No. But you know now, all this mommy gabara mumba, you carry your shoe and be going. Nah, that they will now marry you. Just lie down like a log of wood. But now, don't play, okay. So now I know better, okay. Like. Don't play, okay? So now I know better. I can now look at my husband and like almost that I know the mood of what to dish him, like what to cook, in fact, my kitchen is my weapon these days. Then yes, I did not research about these things. I was focused on meeting who I want to. You know this romance thing that they do in marriage that people used to know. But I went to marriage class, so don't get me wrong. But you know that they will not teach you anything. They will only teach you to be submissive, finance. But you know those things, those sprinkle things that spices up marriage. I did not know about them. I was just a basic, normal, naive girl that saw a man, decided to marry. Thank God that God was so merciful to me. Gave me a man that was so patient with me to actually grow, because I grew inside this marriage, okay. It is inside this marriage that I grew. So that is that. As I said before, do I want to go back and do it again? No. I only wish I did all this, yes. But I'm happy that I married a man that gave me the opportunity to grow. I remember the days of me not knowing how to communicate. My husband will do me something now. This one will come back. Talk. What is the problem? Chinonso will not talk. Hey, this man was so patient with me. He was patient with me in every angle. I was also patient with him. It's not that he's a saint. In fact, we grew together because he has not married before. No matter how much you think you know, it's when you marry, you now come and see another side of life, another side of you. You are now living with somebody that had the same upbringing, with different upbringing with you, different parents, different background, sometimes it's different tribe, different country, bruh. So even sometimes when you think you know it better, when you think you know, okay, I know all this thing about marriage, I'm ready, you still not get it right. Like marriage doesn't have any formula. But I'm grateful that yes, I did not know all those things, but I got it right. Okay, like when God told me, okay, this is the man, and God told my husband, this is the girl. Like God can be trusted. Okay, He gave us the opportunity to navigate these things, and now we are 10 years, going to 11 years this September. We are going to be 11 years babies. Okay, so if you need any marriage advice, I think I am now qualified to give it to you. Okay, yes. So I think I'm done. Oh, I finished saying everything that is in my mouth. Let me know if you could relate to any of these points. Talk to me in the comment section. Don't come and watch this video and be going. No, talk to me. Talk to me, okay? Talk to me. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Did you enjoy it? Can you relate? Is there anything you wish you could have done? Did I make sense or I did not make sense? But I know that I made sense. And you should give this video a thumbs up. Comment. If you like it, let me know so that I'll bring more of this kind of video, okay? Thank you guys for watching. I love you. And bye-bye.